Hello my lovely viewers, today I want us to look at how to plant plantain. And in my previous video I showed you, go back and let them see, I showed you how I was able to, I showed you how in case you have excess plantain around the suckers, example that I showed you the last time, or let's show them example like this one. This is the last time I showed you that in case you have plantain that after harvesting the main one, the next ones, so if you watch this carefully, this and this looks the same size, but comparing this and this to this very one, let them see, you see that it is growing and it's like though it's looking healthy somehow, but it's not looking that firm and strong as compared to. And if you watch this one too, this small one is also, so you can remove this one. After removing these two, you can relocate them and plant them somewhere else. So the last is about 4 weeks now that I did this is about 2 weeks. So the last time we came, I removed these suckers so that I could plant. But there's something happening here which I want to show you, because we have putting it down for more than 2 weeks. What I'm seeing is that it has started germinating. So I have to cut off this portion off so that I could put this one in a hole, and that is what I want to show you. Now I peel. You might be asking, you see that if you watch carefully here, the roots have started coming. So these small roots, new roots that have started coming, is giving the plantain nutrients to start germinating, and that is what we are coming to plant. So I'll show you how to do the holing. The last time I was struggling with the distance, but I used the phone to measure, and it is roughly 3 meters. So 3 meters away. So you can convert it into foot, and maybe I have to convert it for you to see. So for instance, this from here to here, the next 3 meters will be somewhere here. So now some people, you might be asking, which tool do you need? If you have a earth chisel, it's good to use, but for me, I'm coming to use Mattock. So this is Mattock. So I'll start doing the holing from here to continue with the next line. So Paul, let them see, stand this way, let them see the whole plantain. Okay, so I'm coming to continue in the next line. So these 3 meters roughly will be somewhere here. Paul, let them hold it for me. So you do the holing. It can be so deep. Now, because the plantain, because this one has started germinating, from the side. If I plant it this way, if I put it in a hole like this, so if I put it in a hole like this, I have disturbed the new germination. So what I have to do is to cut off this portion and put it into the hole. Now, because I want my plantain to grow very well and healthy, I have to put some organic manure, which is the poultry dropping that has been decayed for more than 3 months, into the soil, into the hole before I plant. Yeah, I was giving more information on the Mattock. This is what we call Mattock. It has the cut inside. In case you come across, you are doing holing and you come across a tree stump or a tree, yes, it's part of that stump, the root that has in the form of a thread, very long and thick. You use this side to cut it. So this portion is a cutting side. It is very sharp, if you can see, very sharp. Yes. Then this is the whole side. a place that you use like pickaxe that you use to dig the soil. So this is Mattock. If you don't have the earth chisel, the earth chisel is in a form of like this one straight, and there's a stick in it. So the stick, instead of, this is the portion that the stick will be, and this is the portion that will go into the soil. But I prefer using Mattock because it's easy. Sometimes you can also use the earth chisel to cut. I'm sweating because I just finished weeding the remaining portion of the maize farm, so that's why I'm sweating like this. But never mind. I just want to show you how to plant plantain in case. So after removing the small suckers that you intended planting, what you need to do is to remove every so if you take this one for instance, you see that trim off every roots that has formed under this, and I tape it nicely. But you can see that the germination is coming here. These small roots has provided nutrients for germination. So I'm coming to show you how to plant it. Unfortunately, it took 3 weeks. It has been here for like 3 weeks now, so that's why it is germinating by the side. But assuming I should have planted it like this, it should have continued from here. So we are done holing, and the distance between this the distance between this plantain that you are seeing, this plantain, the distance between that plantain to this hole is about 3 meters, and the same distance 3 meters to here, and the same 3 meters. While you are standing, that plantain to this hole is also roughly 3 meters. So basically that is that. Now demonstrate to you. After holing, what you need to do is, I want the plantain to start germinating very healthy and strong. So what I need to do is to apply poultry manure, organic manure, which is poultry dropping. It could be cow dropping, but the cow, you need to treat it very well before you use it. It could also germinate some bacteria infection or some fungi infection to the plant. But for the poultry, well, if you allow it to decay, it doesn't have much problem as compared to the cow. But if you don't treat the cow too, depending on where you are, you allow it to decay very well. Now, if I talk about treatment, what I mean is you can use neem cake, neem tree, the neem cake. And what the neem cake is, when they harvest the neem tree seeds, the fruits in it, like the granules, they process it, and you can use it to treat bacteria and fungi infection in your organic manure. You can also do same for that of how do you call it? You can do same for that of the poultry manure. So this is my poultry manure that has decayed for some time now. So I'll fetch it and use it to fill the hole. So this is one of the holes that I dug. So I'll pour some small one inside to be able to give the plantain sucker or the plantain suckers to be able to grow very fast and healthy. So can they see inside the hole? They can see inside the hole. Bring it closer for them to see. So I'll pour it inside. This is the poultry manure. So let's pour it inside this one too. I don't really plan to transfer much of the sockets, but for the sake of what is this? This is thrower. Let me put it here. So I pour it inside. So now all these ones, you see that it's growing very healthy, just because I poured some of the poultry dropping into the hole before started planting. And if you see the young ones too, they are growing very healthy and strong. Now, if you watch this one, see the whole one is here. Now, this place is kind of bushy before I'm doing it because we're focusing on the maize farm and some other the vegetable farming. That's how come that inside the plantain looks very bushy, but I'll be weeding it next week. Now, so this is okay. Then I come to this place, I pour all the so like I was saying, the mattock will cut any form of tree stumps or roots like this. So I pour the remaining one here. Now the pottery dropping, somebody might be asking where to get it. You can get it from the pottery farmers. Secondly, too, you can, if you're a pottery farmer and you are interested in going to farming too, you can also gather your this one sack. I bought it at the price of 5 cedis. So I fill this, I fill the hole. Then the other hole again. Okay, there's a hole here. Okay, now we are done filling the holes. So now the next action is to cut. Let me see whether this one has germinated. This one, the germination is coming at this side. So what I have to do is to cut off the pollen. I'm going to use this tree stump as a table for me to cut. Yeah. So I'm going to cut because it has started germinating here. That's why I'm not able to plant this. So what I have to do is to cut this portion. As for the portion that is germination, I'm almost export it. So this one, I have to plant it this way. Now I'm putting it into the hole. So what I have to do is to where is the hole? Let me use the hole. Let me bring the hole. Okay, this is one of the holes. I'm really exhausted after weeding the maize farm. I'm really exhausted. So you cover this. Cover it and you press it firmly. Now the portion. So now this portion will germinate. Now because this side is more of the roots or the under portion, more germination will be coming from here too as well. So maybe I'll be giving you an update on how. So after you press it firmly, and that's all, you leave it. So that is it. So now let me cut the other ones nicely. Now from my first mistake, I don't need to bring it so closer for it to also spoil this one. So I have to cut it somewhere. So this one is well cut. So we plant this one here. Now before you plant, you can cover it, the pottery dropping that you with some small sand before you pour this one around it. So this is how we plant plantain. Now if you are doing the plantain in a large commercial farm, the hole can be a little bit bigger than what I'm doing, so that you pour more of the plantain suckers inside, so that the ones that will be growing in the future can also get access to the pottery dropping. So basically that is that. We've planted 2 so far. I think there's one here. So I place it on this one. We are doing this because it has germinated at the side. If not because it has germinated, we would have planted it direct like this. So this one has kind of like rotting to the point that it is not, but the portion that is germinating is still firm. So what I do is pour some small sand and place it on it like this for them to grow. I put the soil around it. So that is it. This is plantain farming. This one too, it has germinated at the side. So I have to let's plant it at this side. So I'm really exhausted. So this one will go inside like this. I can cut off this portion. Even with this one, there's a way you can do it and it will germinate a lot around it. But so you bring the soil to cover it. So after planting, if you don't have much time to weed before you start planting, you can plant in the bush or in the farm or on the land first before you start doing your weeding, because it takes quite some time for the plantain to grow. So this one that I'm growing by this time, this May, June, next year by this time I should be harvesting from these fruits. So here's it. I've covered it enough firm for it to grow. You can add more soil to it, but for me it's okay. I can add more of the pottery dropping to it. How many do we have more? Okay, I've managed to cut this one. So we plant this one here. It takes 1 year for the plantain to grow. So with this one, I'm putting it here like this and cover it with the sand. So it's in the pottery dropping under, and when the roots start growing, it will grow to absorb the nutrient that is in the pottery dropping. So this is the best time to plant your we are already in July, so July is still not late to plant still not late to plant your plantain. You can still plant it, but May, June, July is the best time to plant it. I'm so tired. This one is almost rotting. So this one, you can even plant this one and it will grow. So we'll plant it somewhere as an experiment. So let me put this one down a little bit. Oh shit. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, poor. We need to dig more hole. So I take this. It is even forming roots here. So as you can see, the roots have started forming under it. This is what farmers go through to be able to produce. This is what farmers go through to produce food for us to eat. We those that don't farm. It's very exhausting when farming because it takes much of your strength, especially if you are doing manual farming. If you are doing manual farming, it takes much of your time. It takes much of your strength. Assuming we are using machine, it would have done the holing very easy, and the same machine will do the what? Will do the planting. But because we are doing it manual, so we the young ones that want to go into farming, we should be considering going to mechanized farming. So let me go with this one. We have planted this one. We have one here that we have to plant. This one. So we place it inside. This hole is quite deep, so I will cover this one small before I place it inside, then cover it with the sand so you can see the germination. Well, bring it closer for them to see. So this is the germination. I'm broken it, but still don't want it to still grow. You hold it firmly. Ooh, where's the eye? Where's the eye? Okay, so that's good. It's okay to grow. There's 1 2 here. Okay. Even with this one, even I can still grow it like this, and it will start straightening by itself. So let's do this one and see how it will go. Instead of putting it like this, we are doing it like this. So I fold it. Yeah. The soil is kind of like clay, sandy kind of soil. Left the hole somewhere. I'm supposed to use the hole to do this. I'm using my bare hand. You can wear hand gloves before you do that if you don't want the sand to go into your fingers. You can use hand gloves. So that is it. Will it still grow? Yes, it will grow. I'll show you when it starts to grow. I can put this and this together and it will germinate. So we are now with basically 4. So I'll do the hole in somewhere here. It's not easy to farm, but if you try, you overcome all the challenges in the farming, and you are able to overcome the tiredness, and you are able to produce food. Next year by this time I'll be harvesting plantain. I'll show you. So this one can be like this, and I can add this small one, this here. So I fill it with the sand. Fill it with the sand. If I should use weed properly before planting this, but for the purpose of this video, I don't want to. I will later come and weed around it. So I just want to show you because I have to plant it. Time is also good. It's still here. The eye is still here. Okay. So that's it. You can still fill it with the sand. Yes. So we've planted 2 here. I'll show you. Oh God, it's not easy. God bless the farmers. If you're a farmer, wherever you are, God bless you, because it's not easy. to plant cocoyam in the farm, and here are they. I've shown them in the previous video. So you'll be like, the distance in between the plantain, they are kind of wide, almost 3 meters. What can you also plant? You can plant this. You can also plant sweet potato, as I said earlier in some previous video. You can plant a lot of cocoyam to occupy. Because how much is cocoyam? Leave it, go to the market and ask of the price of a cocoyam if you have the chance, and leave the price in the comment section. So in the future, people will know how much we used to buy cocoyam leaves. If we should leave this one, we don't harvest the leaves. Under it is going to form a fruit called cocoyam. But for now, we can be harvesting, and as we harvest the leaves, it is not going to form cocoyam. But if we leave the leaves on it to grow, it is going to form cocoyam. Why? Because the more you plug the leaves, the strength and the nutrient that it needs to form the cocoyam, it will be using it to form another leaves instead of the fruits. But if we leave the fruits here, the excess nutrient that is there, it will be using it to do what? Form the fruit under it. Cocoyam is kind of like a tuber type of food, like cassava, but this one is not cassava. It's produce what? Produce cocoyam. So we are left with the last one to plant, which is this one. I need to get a place to plant it. So now you might be asking, where did I get a land? Actually, I was discussing that I'm interested in going to farming, and he said, okay, he has some plot of land that he's not using, so he's not having the intention to farm right now. So because of that, I told him, okay, then give it to me, let me plant. When you are ready to use the land for something, other purposes, then I can give it to you. So basically that is what I'm doing. I'm planting maize on somebody's land too. There are a lot of people who has bought land and they are not using it. You can borrow their land and use it. I'm doing the last digging. My plant is even dropping. Is that?
I don't think it's an MD.
Oh, sorry. Paul wants to help me, but my fans or my followers would think that Paul is the one that is doing all the hard work. No, I'm also strong, guy. Okay, so Paul, bring the camera. Now, as I was digging, I came across a tree stump, a long root. So now I have to use this portion of the mattock. I have to use this portion of the mattock to cut it. I've cut one portion. I've cut the second portion, and here is it. For it to give me way to be able to plant my how do you call it, the plantain. So I continue with the holing. Now somebody will be asking, how deep should the hole be? The hole can be as deep as a distance that you can fill it with a pottery. Oh God, I'm tired. I'm too tired. You can fill it with a pottery drop-in and still have a hole in it to put the plantain suckers to go inside. So I've finished digging. Paul, you can show them the hole once I bring the pottery drop-in. Now, if you can see this, it's not smelling. It's like a neutral scent because it has, all the scent has finished. In the process of decaying, all the scent has gone off. Well, I'm tired. Reading some portion of the maize farm before. So now, this one, it is germinating here. This is where the germination is coming, but I'll do it this way. so that it will fit in it. Okay, I'm putting it inside, straight into the pottery dropping to provide the necessary nutrients the plantain sucker need to grow very fast. Let me bring this that I dug first to support, break it, press it for it to be firm. Yes. So this one, all these portion rods except this one that will come out. So basically that is how we plant plantain. Apart from planting, you do weeding, you do pruning. So wherever you are, if there's any suggestion about how to plant plantain, leave it in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you're not part of our community, and share the video to someone, your family, friends, your schoolmate, your church people that may need this knowledge to start going to the plantain farming. So see ya. Thank you very much. God bless you.